I've got a brand new toy. It's a brand new Prusa i3 3D printer. It's a big one from my last printer, my little printer bot. Simple. Nice little guy that I've had for a long time. Has dutifully printed out many things faithfully, and I'm going to miss it, but I had to get bigger. I really needed something bigger, and I decided to get something bigger. Oh yes, let's see what's inside this thing. All the way from the middle lands of China. Some tools. We have some extruded aluminum. One of the reasons why I got this is because it's all metal. No acrylic or plastic, very little plastic on it. Factory screws, brackets, looks like some brackets of some sort. Filament, yes, they gave me some filament. Kind of looks like a slinky, doesn't it? Slinky, slinky. No idea what this is. Wait a minute, I think I know what it is. Maybe it can brooch, or it can be a hair bow, maybe a TV antenna, a TIE fighter silhouette. Well, maybe not. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. Nice. Big print platform. But wait, there's more. So I've got wires for something. They gave me tape. Niblets. Plenty of niblets. I have no idea what this is, but it got wires coming out of it. Motors, though. Stepper motors. Knob. It's a big one, too. Fan. Looks like a extruder tip. More bits. Some of the bits are 3D printed. Like it looks like a fan diverter. But one of the things I liked is not everything's 3D printed. Here we have an actual ejection molded. Looks like a linear bearing. With the Hictop label on it. That's pretty nice. Really a lot of stuff. This is going to take a while to put together. Some more bearings, and looks like some belts and dried pulleys. It's the controller board. Isn't this fancy? Last but not least is the power supply. This is really nice. Look at that. A fine-tuned voltage adjustment. 110. There we go. DC output 24 volts. Very nice. I was recommended to get 24 volt power supply instead of the 12. And indeed it does. 24 volts at 15 amps. All right. The next step is to put this thing together. In there, damn it! Well, after a half hour of blood, sweat, and tears, I've got this. Okay, so it doesn't look so impressive, but it's progress, and that's all I can ask for. It's day 2 and still no word from Starfleet. It's day 2 and I'm going to pick up where I left off last time, where we have the base of the printer and these little linear slider bearings for the printer bed. We'll pick up where I left off last time and see how it goes. So I pull out some 3x16 screws and notice they seem to be a little long. Seems odd. Description: 3x10 screws. 10 is not 16. Uh-oh, looks like we got a typo. So, one of these things is not like the other. Something is not quite right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh. Oops. My nuts! Where's my nuts? Nuts! Oh, there they are. Yes, smooth as a baby's bottom. Slippery as goose. Kneel before Zod! Well, it's day 3, and the antimatter reactors are still offline. So in the meantime, I'm going to pick up where I left off and install the Z-axis motors. Why can't I find it? Houston, we have a problem. That's the ticket. I swear, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So with the Z-axis vertical rods mounted in place, I noticed there's a little bit of a gap between the top surface and here, and this is probably just enough if it ever lifted up to dislocate the bottom. So what I'm going to do is add a little nut here to act as a spacer to prevent the rod from lifting up while I bolt down this part here. Somewhere like that. Hotbed. Yes, almost there. It's day 4, I think, and I'm finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's actually starting to look like something, and I think with just a little more time, it'll actually be finished. Mousy, Mousy, here Mousy. Well, that's a lot of wires. Better make sure I plug the right thing into the right slot. Well, after several evenings of building, I finally gotten it finished. Wire's a little messy, but it's ready to go. So all I have to do is double check the wiring to make sure I haven't messed anything up, and then I'll power it up and do some calibration tests. Wish me luck. So I've double checked the wires, make sure everything is hooked up correctly, and if I remember, red is negative and black is positive, right? Anyways, this will be the first time I actually will plug it in, and hopefully I will not let the smoke out. Alright, here goes nothing. Look at that! It works! Holy smeg! So, it's on. No smoke was let out. It looks like we're ready to go. So the first thing I think I will try to do is see if I can get the auto leveler to work and test that the motors are working in the right direction before proceeding to more detailed calibrations. So let's see how this thing works. So I barely know how to operate this thing, but I believe if I press this, there we go. Maybe prepare. Go to auto home, see what that does. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so I went to the auto home position and the y-axis went in the wrong direction. So I'm going to see why it did that. It's probably something simple, but since this is I'm very new to this particular type of 3D printer, I'm going to have to do some troubleshooting and see if I can fix the problem. Well, I found the problem, and it turns out the problem was me. I had the belt clip installed backwards, basically. I needed to uninstall it and turn around 180 degrees so that the x-axis position switch, basically the end stop switch, is facing the right direction. So I took a quick disassembly of that and put everything back together, and I'm going to plug it back in and try it again. Let's go back to the prepare screen. hit the auto home, see what happens. Yeah, well, isn't that interesting? I guess that's it. Well, that was very encouraging. Looks like it homed the X, Y, and Z axis, and the inductive sensor seems to have worked. And so the next step is to fine-tune it. I'll need to level the bed a little better, and then proceed to calibrating the head distance between the bed, and then I'll try a test print. But the main thing is I finally finished building this thing, and I'm really happy. It's taken about 4 nights to really put it together, spending a couple hours each night or so. So you're talking, roughly 16 hours. But it's been a lot of fun. It wasn't too bad, especially once I learned that I need to read instructions a little carefully. I thought the instructions provided were pretty good, though, actually. Once you got the concept of how these special little nuts fit into the extruded aluminum grooves and how that worked, then it was actually pretty straightforward putting it together. I think I really like this printer. It looks very durable, and I think I'm going to really give it a full ring out the next few days to see how well it prints and make sure everything goes well. Again, I've just built it. I have no idea how well it'll print with my construction, so that's the next step, and that's one big question mark. So I think I will explore that in the next video, where I talk about calibration, putting in various other aspects of learning to use this thing, because it's a lot different to my other printer. And so I look forward to it, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Wish me luck. Cover me!